style. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo, and we are back again with another video. Tonight, what we're going to deal with is a topic that needs to be discussed. When we look at these streets that we're on in this world, in the Matrix, it's very apparent that something is wrong. And I want to address that because no one is talking about this particular issue. The subject matter is righteous women believe in God, but not the Bible. That's the problem. We have a lot of self-proclaimed women that want you to believe that they're in the truth, and they want you to believe that they follow the Most High Yah. The truth is, they believe in the Most High, but not His Word. They really don't. They don't believe in the scriptures. They act like they do, and I'm calling it out. Being a content creator, I've been around for many years. I've talked about different topics and different issues going on within the Black community. I try to get brothers and sisters to come together to build family. And I noticed that as a content creator in this truth, when you share scripture and you talk about the Bible and you produce quality content to wake the people, I find that there are a lot of women that frequent the platform, a lot of women, they follow the channel, and it's very apparent that they're listening, but they're not listening. It's clear to me that a lot of women, they believe in God, they believe the Most High is real, but when it comes to the scriptures, they do not believe in that. And it's crazy. All over YouTube, you have Israelite content creators that produce truth. When you look at the comment board, when you look at the chat, when you look at the viewership, you see a lot of women, you see a lot of people, and it's very apparent that these women claim they're in the truth. But when you really think about it, why none of these women have a husband? Why? Why they don't have a husband? Why they don't have a righteous man in whom they have committed their life to? Why these women are not married? Why they're not gravitating towards a righteous man? A lot of time, brothers talk about issues with modern women and how the modern woman is this and the modern woman is that, and she's this and she's superficial and she's haughty and she's greedy and she's materialistic. And you'll have the so-called Israelite sister standing on the sidelines claiming that, well, not all women are like that. Yet these very same women have no husband. They have none. They talk a good talk, but they have no husband. They act like they are the exception to the rule, but they have no man in their life. They're not looking for a righteous man. So what are they doing? What are these women doing, brothers? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're living a lie. They want you to believe that they're in the truth. But the only way you could be in the truth is when you believe the truth. And one thing I know for a fact about so-called Israelite sisters is that they really do not believe the Bible. They don't. Trust and believe that, brothers. Our women do not believe the scriptures. Don't be fooled, brothers. Don't be fooled. They will listen to you share your truth. They'll listen to you share the scriptures. They'll listen to you pour your heart out. They'll say, amen, brother. Salute. We love you. Shalom, shalom. But behind all of the facade is a fake female who is just posing as something she's not. The truth of the matter is she don't believe in God in terms of the scriptures. See, if you claim you love God but hate your brother, then you really don't love God. So for a woman to claim that she believes in God but she don't believe the scriptures, it means that she don't believe in God. Do you see how that works? So what I find in today's day is that Israelite sisters are literally worse than the modern woman. And I know a lot of you so-called Israelite sisters are going to be upset about that. But guess what? I really don't care. Because it's the truth. You're worse than the so-called modern woman. Why? I'm glad you asked that question. I'll tell you why. You see, you sisters know the truth. The modern woman don't, but you sisters do. You know what thus saith the Most High. You know what the scripture says, but you don't believe it. Nor do you practice it. You rebel against the truth. You see, just like the modern woman is in rebellion, the so-called Israelite sister is in rebellion too. She'll come to you with her hair wrapped, her dashiki on, acting as if though she's just home, holy, and just living a celibate life. Brothers, it's a lie. My predictions for 2022 is that a lot of these so-called Israelite sisters will be impregnated by a Pookie and Ray Ray. My predictions for 2022 is that a lot of you so-called Israelite sisters that are listening to me right now, you are pregnant right now by Pookie and Ray Ray. My predictions for 2022 is that a lot of you modern Israelite sisters will be single for the rest of your life. Why? Because you don't believe the word of the Most High, nor do you want a righteous man. You see, brothers, I've been teaching this for years, that when it comes to vetting a sister to be a wife, the first thing you have to present to her is polygyny. If an Israelite sister is anti-polygyny, if she claimed, well, that's not for me, I don't want that, then that woman right there do not believe in the Most High Yah. She don't. She's just another feminist, another woman waiting to control you, another woman thinking that somehow her life is going to be all you're interested in. And they'll talk all this talk about, oh, there are men out there who only want one wife. Well, if that's true, where's your husband? Where is he? Why you don't got no husband? You talk all this talk about monogamy and how men out there would want to deal with a woman and not have no desire for no other woman. Well, if that's the case, where is this unicorn you'd speak of? Why you don't have no husband? Why you're single? See, you could be religious all you want, but the truth of the matter is men are not monogamous by nature. And nowhere in the Bible does it command us brothers to be monogamous. Do you understand me? It don't teach us that. The scriptures is pro-polygyny all throughout the Bible. But yet our Israelite sisters sit on the sidelines, listening to us brothers speak truth, listening to us brothers talk about the problems with the modern woman in the world. And yet our own Israelite sisters that are supposed to be in the truth are not even doing better than the modern woman. And it's a shame. It's a shame to be a so-called Israelite sister listening to Israelite brothers and none of you sisters are gravitating towards a righteous man? None of you sisters? So what are you doing? What are you doing in your spare time? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're on OnlyFans on your spare time. You're on Instagram shaking your behind. You're at work doing the do with your coworker who is an unbeliever. You're on Hot Girl Summer living your best life now. But then when you're done, you want to come online in the chat talking about shalom, shalom. See, I can read the mail of all of you so-called Israelite sisters. You're not fooling me. Because when brothers are out here putting out this truth, and you sisters that are supposed to be awakened are not gravitating towards brothers that are truthful, it clearly tells me the kind of men that you sisters are actually dealing with. Because if you're single, and you've been single all these years, right, then that's a problem. It doesn't make any sense. So what really are you doing in your spare time? You're dating Pookie and Ray Ray, your body count is going up, and then by the time you have 2 or 3 kids out of wedlock and you done destroyed your life in secret, that is when you're going to want to keep it a buck and try to get with a real righteous brother with 2 or 3 kids now, right? And you're going to expect that righteous brother is going to somehow want to be the stepdaddy of kids from different men. That's not going to happen, sister. See, the truth of the matter, brothers, is righteous women believe in God, but not the Bible. All you got to do is bring up polygyny and watch how these sisters run. Bring up the fact that a man can have more than one wife and think about how these sisters respond. They're not biblical Israelite sisters that are awoken. They're not. We have to call it out for what it is, brothers. And we need more of you brothers to stand up and let it be known. Because a lot of times you brothers are scared to talk about these truths because you're concerned about your female viewership. I'm here to tell you, the last people I want to waste their time viewing my content is a bunch of hypocrite females posing like they're in the truth when they're really in darkness. It's a waste of time. I know for a fact that many of these women that claim to be Israelite sisters on the low are fooling around with Pookie and Ray Ray, getting their back blown out by Pookie and Ray Ray, but yet they posing in chat rooms like they righteous, like they serving the Most High Yah when they're not. How you a righteous sister but you don't got a righteous husband yet? How you a righteous sister, but you not gravitating towards brothers in the truth? How you a righteous sister, but yet you all over the block? How you a righteous sister, but secretly you got a OnlyFans? How you a righteous sister, but your Instagram is nasty and dirty? How you a righteous sister when all the brothers at your job already done got a piece of the pie? How you a righteous sister when in your city every man know your name in the streets? How you righteous? How you righteous when us brothers bring out the topics concerning polygyny and all of a sudden now you start getting in your feelings talking about what you don't want and I don't agree with that, and well, in the beginning there was Adam and Eve, not Adam, Eve, and Yvette. Well, who, ladies and gentlemen, who was the 12 tribes produced by? Answer the question. See, the 12 tribes of Israel was birthed out of polygyny. But yet these so-called Israelite sisters act like they don't know that. They act like they don't understand the Bible. For some reason, the scriptures go right over their heads. The truth of the matter is this: you don't believe in the Bible. You believe in the devil. And I have come to the conclusion that you so-called brothers have a better chance getting with a 304 than an Israelite sister. Yeah, and that's sad. Because it seemed like the more religious the woman is, the more mentally ill she becomes. Because for some reason she believes that she's gonna have some man that's gonna be under monogamy, that's gonna be her servant. And I'm looking at these women like something is wrong with you. Do you not understand that the 12 tribes of Israel was birthed through polygyny? Do you not understand that Jacob had 4 wives? For some reason, it seemed like the truth goes right over their heads and they act like they don't know nothing. And then they begin to make up all these excuses. Well, I don't want that and I don't want to share this. And if the 12 tribes was birthed out of polygyny, how dare you speak against it? When have the Most High came to Jacob and said, how dare you have 4 wives? When did the Most High condemn Jacob and says, no, it is forbidden, you're not to have multiple wives? When did the Most High condemn the 12 tribes? When? Never. But see, you so-called Israelite sisters are a disgrace to us brothers. You have failed your community. And I'm calling you out because you're an embarrassment to our people. It's one thing for us brothers to talk about the modern woman and how wicked she is in the world. But for you sisters to be on the sidelines doing worse than the modern woman. Because you know the truth, but yet you don't apply it. You know the truth, but yet you don't perform it. You know the truth, but you fight against it because you're rebellious. You're rebellious. And that kind of rebellious spirit is the reason why our people cannot grow. You see, all of these righteous brothers that are out here in the world, they should have a righteous sister to build with. But I realize that a lot of you sisters that claim to be in the truth are not in the truth. You're in a lie, and you're living a lie. And the way you feel better about living in sin is to act like you're righteous as if though you're in the truth, when really you don't believe the scriptures. You believe that the Most High is real. That you do acknowledge. But the truth of the matter is when we bring out the scriptures, all of a sudden you have amnesia, and all of a sudden you don't believe and you don't think that that's good, and well, I don't believe in that, and that's not for me. Woman, do you understand that in order for you to be a wife, it is a man that must make you a wife? So it's not up to you and what you want. It's either you are gonna submit to this man, or you gonna stay alone for the rest of your life. See, we're in 2022, and it's a whole new day. You so-called sisters who claim you're in the truth, if you are not pro-polygyny, we don't accept you as sisters in the truth. And I'll be the first to boldly tell you, if you're a sister in this truth, a so-called Israelite woman, and you are anti-polygyny, you are not in the truth. Let me give you that memo very clear. If you're a sister claiming you're an Israelite, claiming that you're awake, shalom, shalom, and you are anti-polygyny, you are not born again. You are still asleep. You are still asleep in the matrix, and you don't have a clue what's going on because you're just religious. You're just another Christian in the religion of Christianity, blinded by the lies of your pork chop eating pastor. Because when you are a true biblical Israelite sister, awakened, you understand your role as a woman. You understand that as a wife, you are a helpmate. You understand that it's your job to bring forth children for your husband. It is not your job to try to control a man's manhood. It is not your job to try to limit his productivity. It is not your job as a woman to stifle his growth. It is not your job to be jealous of him having some other woman. Shame on you women. Shame on all of you Israelite sisters. Shame on all of you posing on the sidelines like you're righteous when you're of the devil. Shame on all of you sisters that fight against righteousness. Shame on all you sisters that deal with Pookie and Ray Ray on the low. Shame on all you women that are with child and by Pookie and Ray Ray. It's 2022, and rather than you carrying the bloodline of a righteous man, you're carrying the bloodline of a wicked devil. Shame on you. Talking about shalom, shalom, and in your belly is the seed of the devil. You have some nerve to be in the chat posing as an Israelite sister, but yet Pookie and Ray Ray is sliding up in your bed. You ought to be ashamed of yourself to say shalom, shalom, all praises to the Most High, when you got a Pookie and Ray Ray up in your mouth. You're an embarrassment to the body of the Anointed One. Oh yeah, we cooking. You see, it's a new day. And you know what's sad? A lot of you so-called Israelite sisters at the sound of my voice is outside drinking and partying with Pookie and Ray Ray. Right now, a lot of you Israelite sisters are up in the telly about to get it in with Pookie and Ray Ray. A lot of you Israelite sisters that claim you in the truth, you claim you with the Most High. Right now, you getting your back blown out by Pookie and Ray Ray. You hypocrite, full of dead men bones and all uncleanness. You see, you can't handle this truth. See, you don't want a righteous man because you know with a righteous man, you must submit to order and standards. And that is something you don't want. You want Pookie and Ray Ray, someone you can manipulate, someone you can control. But even with Pookie and Ray Ray, you still won't be able to control them. What's sad about this is now that we're in 2022, a lot of you so-called Israelite sisters have become single mothers. Welcome to the beginning of your single motherhood. You don't want to follow the scriptures. You don't want to submit to the truth. Therefore, you must submit to the curse. And that curse is a life of misery, where you're going to go from man to man, searching for love, searching for a stepdaddy, to take care of children from a man that didn't love you, a man that didn't care for no children, but you decided to have his seed because you didn't want to deal with a righteous man that practiced polygyny. And now you got the short end of the stick, because now you're stuck with a baby and a man that left you in the dust, got your vagina, left your heart broken, and now you're an embarrassment to the community. What a shame. What a shame to be a sister that claims to be righteous, only to give your body to the devil. Righteous women believe in God, but not the Bible. Brothers, be mindful of what I'm telling you. The so-called Israelite sister today do not believe the scriptures. You could post scriptures all day. They don't believe those scriptures. It's all entertainment for them. It's like an amusement for them. The scriptures you brothers are supposed to be posting are scriptures that hold women accountable, scriptures that challenge the woman, because the woman is defiant and she has always been in rebellion against the Most High Yah. She has always fought against the truth. She have always desired to be the one in power. She have always desired this, brothers. So understand, righteous women believe in God, but not the Bible. Anytime you get with a sister, brothers, first thing you must bring to the table is polygyny. If that sister is against polygyny, cut her off, because she is for the streets. She's telling you she's for the streets, because women like her will bounce from man to man, getting their back blown out after another, over and over, by different men, getting pregnant, abortions, over and over. Yet these women claim they're monogamous. Let that make sense. How you monogamous but jumping from man to man? How you monogamous but you get pregnant every year? How you monogamous but you can't find no husband? How you monogamous but your body count is going up? How you in the truth monogamous but got no man? This makes no sense. Anyway, fam, that's all I'm gonna say. You leave your comments and feedback, because I'm gonna tell you like this, brothers. If these sisters are not pro-polygyny, leave them alone. I do not consider any of these so-called sisters in this truth if they don't support and embrace polygyny, because it is polygyny that brought forth the 12 tribes of Israel. And if these sisters are against that, they're against the Most High, and they're against your growth. And that, my brothers, is what I would call your enemy. Domestic. That being said, I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw.